I want to share more about why I pole dance with my sheep. I have to be careful right now. These are moments I'm always unedited, unscripted. I just hit the record button and there I go. I need a second right now. Hold on, okay? The use of this pole with my sheep, who is 250 pounds and a beast, is multi-purpose. I'm gonna put the camera down. Okay. What is happening right now with him is it is so hot outside. The heat index is about 110. And he's had a lot of frozen fruits, and he needs to get this energy out, okay? Rams, sheep communicate. They don't have words like us. It's their head. That's why they ram. All of his rams to me, he's like, what don't you get? Because sheep are also the only creatures, I believe, in this world who are unable to differentiate between life. Meaning, I'm a sheep. So when he rams me, it's never with aggression. And yet, you see how he's doing this. So I need to go ahead and get him. Otherwise, the heat can actually go to their brain very easily. So I'm gonna get him going. This is when I begin to align with him. Mind, body, soul. I'm connecting with my sheep right now with this pole. With how he feels to how I move. This is not about me doing a performance for the circus with my sheep. This is about exercise, exhaust, energy, the 3 E's. So, I've already lost his attentions, and that's fine, okay? When I post these videos of me as the Good Shepherd pole dancing with my sheep, that doesn't even capture the world's attentions like it does when I put my fingers in a hen's vent. It's so important as the Good Shepherd to be in tune and fully aligned, ALIGNED, with your flock. Not just my sheep, but yes, this guy right here, June, my UEWE girl sheep, she's like, could I get a 4 o'clock spa appointment? Shepherd girl. But Cash is going to be the one over here getting tangled up in the electrical cord I just placed today, knowing that was a hazard. And sure enough, he finds it, and he's trying to get my fanny pack. And otherwise, he's wreaking havoc. But I just heard a bird, and I need to go check because that didn't sound good. Is everybody all right? The livestock guardian dogs are so hot also. When I do those moments with it's not just with my sheep, I do moments in my own ways with all my flock. And so when I do, those moments with Cash, everybody else, the dogs, the cats if they're out here, the birds, yes, they all watch. We do have an audience behind Barnway here every day where, the revival is now in progress always. I had to cover up the bottom part of that with some hands coming together here because below where it says revival now in progress, it had like dates and times, like Monday through Friday, like 7:30 p.m. And I was like, no, revival now in progress. Onward, upward, shepherd we go. And these are the ways that I do work with my flock every day. This is more than a hobby farm for the Good Shepherd Natalie, though, you know, again, by definition, yes, it's a hobby farm. Each to our own. That is life itself. I love sharing the ways I live my life here with my little tribe of, you know, special life. Hey, where's Sylvia? Is she off to herself again today? Where's Sylvia? Andy! Andy! This is my number one man, Andy. He has slept with me for the past, well, ever since he was a baby, ever since he was born. He sleeps with me, and this is him, yes. He's not mating. He's not mating with me. He's a rooster, and roosters are known to have probably the highest level of testosterone of all creatures, great and small, in this world. So that's an actual need for him, but has nothing to do with, oh, the shepherd is hot and sexy or pretty. No, he's like, but I love you. Take your socks off at night. I have to wear special socks inside because he sleeps with me. He's over a year old now. If I don't have socks on, my bare feet must be really, he likes them. So, anybody's feet. I just lost my train of thought there. I need to go ahead and hydrate myself again. And yet the importance of me just walking around right now and talking about my flock and sharing it on social media, I'm actually taking advantage of these moments so simply because I don't edit anything, and I'm actually helping my flock as I video myself living my life. Because what they need is my voice. You know, if I were to just sit back here on a lounge chair all day and chew gum or watch a movie or something, no way would I have such an amazing flock, a tribe. We are fully engaging here, all one. We've got the little 4-pound Chihuahua here who runs with the big ones here, the 165-pound plus livestock guardian dogs, Juno and Cheese. And, you know, June is probably about 150 pounds. She's, you know, rather small. She's a Katahdin Dorper hair sheep. No wool here, no wool. But she's a Barbie girl. Cash is all Katahdin. He's a hair sheep as well. And I didn't realize how handsome he is until I went to the cow sales for the first time locally, and I saw some Katahdin sheep for sale, and I was like, oh. It's a beautiful thing when we're able to see somewhere else in life, something else that makes us go, well, we're doing a good job of what we're doing, you know, and we don't need to say it in a bad way. I love seeing that Cash is actually handsome because he never lets me touch him. He's going back to the pole right now, by the way. So, my voice helps. This is how I roll. I'm not here for any other purpose than to, you know, share my life when I can without being killed. So I need to get aligned again. I'm not aligned. Sheep are highly, highly intelligent creatures that know everything from our soul. It has nothing to do with thoughts or mind. And now I'm aligned. This pole, I can't explain it, helps me to align. Now, exhaust his energies. And it's not all about the exercise, it's about the focus. Following the lead. And when we align and you have both of us together, connected, that's when I really feel my most beautiful with this piece right here named Cash. Ready? Cash. Here's a good song, Cash. It makes sense that he's in a slower mode today. But if he doesn't exhaust or exert this energy, he's going to be nothing but trouble. And I don't have time for trouble today. Here. Yeah, he goes down. So when I do post these videos of me dancing, pole dancing with my sheep, like I really don't sit there and choreograph them at all. There's nothing doing choreographing. Nothing at all. And this is how I, as a good shepherd, work with my entire flock all day long. My birds, my dogs. My cats don't need much, but you know. My sick animals, my old animals, my baby animals, everyone in between. For one et al, you know, beyond 2 by 2. It's not about Noah's Ark here. It's about truly living a beautiful life that I feel is heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. And this continues to be what I have felt for most of my life, is that heaven wants everyone to find our own heaven on earth. It doesn't have to be a farm. It doesn't have to be, you know, whatever we think or have envisioned and dreamt that it should be. Redefining our life is so important. Redefining. It doesn't mean changing. It doesn't mean throwing away. It doesn't mean disregarding. It means redefining, revisiting. In fact, any word that begins with R-E, heaven loves, when we utilize it in such ways that benefit not only our life, that are then generated to benefit everybody else who surrounds us in life. Because when life makes more sense to our own selves, it doesn't really matter what anybody else then thinks of us. See where I'm going with this? I call it shedding the shield. Most of us are raised to be onward, upward soldier. I was, and that's not a bad way at all. It's a beautiful way to be raised. We all need to be raised some way, onward, upward soldier. And yet, for me, when I turned 50 years old, half a century old to the Good Shepherd Natalie, well, that's when I heard from heaven that I was the Good Shepherd Natalie. So I haven't created any of this venue for myself at all. I've never been in TikTok or any of social media for fame or fortune or popularity or a lot of likes. Definitely never even viral videos. What? No way. And yet I've continued to receive such blessings in the ways that I live my life, Natalie the Good Shepherd, and believing that heaven does love social media in ways of utilizing mass media, you know, mass amount of people in life to receive goodness. And I've uploaded today alone on my TikTok 2 moments for me where I was asking my Alexa, Alexa, I was like, Alexa, tell me who's Natalie the Good Shepherd? And at first she was like, I have no idea. And then I was like, who's the Good Shepherd Natalie on TikTok? And she was like, oh. I was like, I wasn't almost in tears when I heard Alexa start to talk about me to me on my Alexa. Like, I was like,
okay, so I get the AI concept, you know, and yeah, that all happens. Wow, isn't that amazing? You know, she kind of nailed that to the T. It is bizarre to me because I do talk to angels in heaven every day, and this AI stuff is rather intriguing to me because when I heard Alexa say those things about me, I was like, well, that's all true. But I was like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, that's really beautiful to hear. Like a computer, like an inanimate object knows who the Good Shepherd Natalie is. So I had fun with that moment, and these are all parts of having fun, and that's what heaven wants for us all also. You know, there's so many things. I really, you know, my whole life, it's like, Natalie, you need to write a book, and it's like, I ain't got time to write no book, and yet I write every day. And yet, the more and more I get into my life each day as I continue to go, you know, through my own plateaus and valleys and rivers and mountains and peaks, and, you know, continue to realize that when you live your life serving heaven on earth and wanting to share only goodness with life, for the goodness of all life, you really begin to rethink. And those thoughts are actually real at that point, this point for me, and beautiful. It's not about I know who I am now. We're all different every day, you know. I've shed my shields, and I'm not afraid to share a real life. I mean, look at my birds right now. They're all just chilling out here. Darla's over there getting something. You know, Andy just needs to know I'm here. The sheep have laid back down again. That's good. He got his little exercise in. And this is the way I roll. And if anybody knows about any shepherd life, the shepherd is never sitting there in a field unless they are. Right? Amen to that. Otherwise, the role of the shepherd, one of the greatest roles of the shepherd, is the onward, upward motion. The flock must remain moving in a constant state. Especially sheep, because sheep have 4 stomachs. 4 stomachs. I am so sick with my own stomach, I can't imagine. And yet, you know, I lost 1 sheep, 2, getting into chicken feed at the age of 4 months old. It was a horrible death. Cash has survived like 5 times. He's like a cat with 9 lives, with bloat, getting into azaleas and too much freshly mown grass. You know, I mean, you name it. He ate bullets, about 375, a whole case of bullets. And all these things, they're like, oh, he'll be all right. And it's like, whoa. Well, we live and we learn. I love these frozen corn on the cobs that I keep bringing out to the flock every day. I buy the jumbo pack. Who cares what brand it is? Just give me that 50 pack of little corn, you know, quarter corn on the cobs. I love tossing that out. They delight. But the sheep with their 4 stomachs, gotta be careful. They can't have these things, and they love it. They love it all. They're very much so food driven. It's really hot up here. I'm just gonna do a really quick check. I'm a little concerned. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Is everybody okay? Why are you out here like this? We need to okay. I need to do something right now. Hold on. I'm getting a little bit panicked. It's so hot up here. This is a totally different realm on Barnway. This is the front of the barn. Oh my God, okay. She's up here late. That's like not good right there. Okay, so nobody's in here. Nobody's ever in here. That's why I turned this fan this way today. I'm gonna unplug this fan and bring it down there. This is my life and I love it. But I also do need to put the phone down. You know, the other thing about living and learning is, you know, I was like so proud of myself that I found on Amazon.com, it was delivered that night, 2 fans for $99. You know, what a great deal. Good Shepherd, now you know. Yeah, it's all about voltage and whatever else, power. These 2 fans for $99 would be nice for maybe my bedroom. Not near enough force for out here. I'm gonna move this one down here and get it pumped up. Oh my God, they're so hot. You know, this is my life. I mean, do I love it? Of course I love it. Do I love that my animals could be dying in this heat? No. But I love that my animals keep me going to keep them going. So, here's one more fan to go into the outlet. Oh no. Lord help me. All right, hold on. I just need to do a quick adjustment here, guys. I feel like singing the song, I will survive for as long as I know how to love. All right, guys, looky here, looky here. Good Shepherd is here. She is more than near, she is more than dear. She is your source to this life every day. Don't you hear? Yeah, number 3 on this fan is like, number 3 on this fan? It's like, she thanks anyway. So I do have to keep an eye on these birds. I have a broody hen. The Good Shepherd does not have broody hens. I've only had 2 broody hens. That was Janet and Chrissy, who now live with Andy. My guy, Andy, the silky. Andy! Janet and Chrissy both went broody at the same time. They got constipation, sour crop, blah, 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 broody. And out came Jackie, the only one to hatch. And so Jackie's now, I don't know, a year. And she's laying on 3 eggs right now. This is only my second time to go through and allow a broody hen. Otherwise, I mean, none of my other birds really care to ever sit on their eggs. Some birds don't care. They stop, drop, and roll, you know? And then there's the broody type hens. Well, no duh, Jackie, she's like, I don't want to deal with anybody in this life. So, I'm just gonna lay on these 3 eggs and I'm gonna be non-existent for 21 days. See you later. No way. But okay, I'll do it. I'm gonna do this for you, Jackie, right? You know, Good Shepherd, I got this for you. So every day I bring her out fresh water. I'll have to show you her enclosure, 'cause, you know, this is actually like it's supposed to be like, I don't even know what, a kitten tower or something. It's not for birds. But I put it out here, and well, she really took to it. I mean, I got the fans rolling in here. So here she is, Jackie, you can see in the cage. I've closed the bottom door because I know now after a week she's not coming out of here. She is hunkered down for that 21 days or whatever it is until these eggs hatch. Today was my first day to actually go ahead and start a little index card where I wrote, you know, today's June the 13th. She's been in here for about 5 days. So then I do the 21 days and I can see on my calendar when about these 3 eggs should hatch. And this is only my second time to ever have a broody hen. So it is important to me. Fresh water, I've been bringing her out scrambled eggs. I take out any, you know, watermelon in her regular feed. And I'm constantly taking it out, you know, not allowing any ants or, you know, any just old food to stay in there. Like, she's getting like Ritz-Carlton style treatment from the Good Shepherd right now, Jackie. And every time I come out, I'm like, Jackie, are you alive? Are you alive? Are you, Jackie? Jackie? And she's like, I don't mess with her. And just like me and my sheep dancing back there, Jackie and I, we have our own energy. And Jackie knows I'm not here, Natalie, to mess with you. You know, when I put my hand in here, it's because I'm getting your fresh water, your fresh food, replacing your food, and maybe, yes, lifting you up to check and see what's going on with the eggs underneath you. Other than that, I have closed these little doors so that, you know, one day one of the roosters was in there. I mean, these birds, I love them all. They're my life. They're truly my life. And so she's comfortable. Ooh, just lost my AirPod. She's comfortable. And fans are rolling. And I think I have about an hour to just go sit down and get some water, and enjoy this beautiful day. I truly love living for my flock. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that I'm the Good Shepherd in such ways as shepherding my flock. It does still surprises me. I'll be 53 years old in just a few days on June the 16th, 2026. And it was when I was 51 years old and walking in these fields right here. I didn't hear anything. I'm not schizophrenic or any mentally ill, stuff going on with me. When I say I heard, it was my soul heard. And when we learn to know our soul, we then understand what others mean when they say we heard. We heard God. When we hear with our soul, it's a totally different realm. It was when I was 51, 2 years ago, that I heard in these fields right here, Natalie, did you know it takes half a century, 50 years, to become the Good Shepherd? One of heaven's good shepherds in life. I mean, I didn't need to do like a what, because I didn't hear anything. It's not like that. I was literally so peacefully just walking in the fields with my sheep. And, it's the way we decipher such energy. That's how I talk to angels. That's how I talk to my animals. Hey, they don't talk to me. My sheep and my dogs and my cats and, the wild bunny today, they don't talk to me. Yet, all of our souls speak. It's just not with words. $50 years, half a century to become one of heaven's good shepherds on earth. And I was like, okay, and yet I knew that heaven meant much more than, Natalie, you take such good care of your animals on your little cute farm. I knew it was much more than that. And then I said, God, I know we're not supposed to ask why, but you're telling me it takes half a century, 51 years to become one of heaven's good shepherds on earth. I'm 51 today. This was back then. And heaven said, Natalie, you continue to delight us all. It took you a year to embrace and fully align and embody yourself, to feel that you were born to be the Good Shepherd.